In this session, today we are going to discuss about the application of alligation method in average-oriented problems. So let's see the definition first. Before that, why we are using this alligation method? We use alligation method, which is a simplified technique to solve complex average problems. So the definition over here is, when different quantities of different ingredients are given, then they are mixed together to produce a mixture of mean. Say for example, two averages, average of group A and average of group B, then overall average, which are all the three quantities are given, then you want to calculate it, the ratio of their quantities. After calculation, you will be getting the somewhat ratio is inversely proportional to the differences in their cost from the mean value. Say for example, if you are getting a value from class A, that will belongs to class B. If you are getting from a value from class B, after somewhat operation, that value will belong to A. That is called inversely proportional, the ulta value. You will have to consider this is a very effective and useful way while calculating complex average problems. Now let's move on to the sum. Example sum I have given here. In a class, average weight of girls, not even given the number of girls, that is to be noted carefully. Overall girls, their average is 15 kg and average weight of boys, which is 30 kg. So generally taking the average weight of the boys, each boys weigh 30 kg. The average weight of whole group, boys and girls taken together, the third value which is given, 21 kg. This is similar to when different quantities means you can say boys and girls of different ingredients. This is boys and girls, the quantities are said to be 15 and 30. These are the quantities 15 and 30. Ingredients mean boys and girls are mixed together to produce a mixture of mean. Here the mean is what? Total overall average, that is said to be 21 kg. That is 21 kg. The ratio of their quantities, how to find the ratio? Just follow now. Now what is the first thing? Girls. I am writing girls here, boys here. Number of girls and boys, we don't know that. What is the average of weight of girls? It is 15 kg. First of all, it is to be written near girls. Afterwards, what is the average weight of boys? That is simply 30 kg. Simply you can mark it like that. Afterwards, both together, both girls and boys together, the average weight is 21 kg. It is to be written in the middle like that. So, girls, boys, their overall average is this. Afterwards, you can draw extra lines like this. Now what you want to do all is, you want to take the difference between the middle and top value and write down as the line directs. So here 15 and 12, what is the difference here? 15 and 21 is 6. 6 want to be written in this arrow line. Now you can mark it. Afterwards, 30 and 21, what is the difference between these two values? 9, which is to be written. Now you can take the ratio, that is what given here, their quantities is inversely proportional to the difference. After taking the ratio, now we are working with this part. So what is the ratio? Here 2 times 3, here 3 times 3. 3 ratio 2, which is the answer we got through this process. Process over now. What we have done? We have done the alligation method. We got 3 ratio 2, which is the ratio between girls and boys. That's all. From this, we can directly get the ratio 3:2. This is the final answer going to be. Sometimes they can give you number of boys value is this. What is the number of girls? That time also you can find the real value of the girls with the help of these ratios. So, only single step. We got the answer. So, alligation method is very useful in solving most kind of complex average and profit and loss percentages problems. Now, let's move on to the next pattern. Also, we can say that the meaning for the last line, the quantities is inversely proportional to the differences in their cost from the mean value. Why it is saying inversely proportional? See, just have the look over here. 9, how did we get 9? From the boy's value, you have get the difference between the mean and boy's value, but the real value, that is after the differences belonging to the girls category. Similarly, how did we arrive at number 6, which is the difference between the medium and top value of girls? From the girls value, what we have derived, that is belonging to the boys. That is given here. The quantities is inversely proportional to the differences in their cost from the mean value. So, for better explanation, I have given the concept over here. If this is little confusing to you, just you can focus like this. You can mark 5 circles. For the first 2 circles, you can write down the group's average. Overall average is to be written in the center. After that, you can get the differences. Then you can take the ratio and you can start working out with the ratio to get the final answer. That's all. Sometimes alligation method is an alternative method for weighted average method also. So we are having one of the such example. Under this you can solve it under 2 method of weighted average method and alligation method. Let's move into the question. Average weight of 60 girls is 15 kg and average weight of 40 boys is 30 kg. Find the average weight of the group in which boys and girls are taken together. So usually under weighted average method, you will be doing average weight of 60 girls. So 60 into 15, you will be getting the sum of the weight of all the girls together. You will be adding this with the average weight of 40 boys into the number of boys. That is 40 into 30, the sum of weight of boys divided by total number of students. 60 girls plus 40 boys, that is totally 100. Now, what is the final answer? 60 into 15, 900 plus 40 into 30, 1200 by 100. Finally, my answer for this 2100 by 100, which is equal to 21 kg. This is the overall average of boys and girls together. This is done under weighted average method. Alternately, you can do this also under alligation method when complex numbers are given. So here easy numbers, that is 60 into 15. If 3-digit number which are not rounded numbers, in such a case you can directly use the alligation method in order to avoid the time calculation, and also it will be helpful to avoid so many steps to find the final answer. Now let's solve the same sum under the alligation method. So first of all, it is given weight of 60 girls is 15 kg. Here the number of girls is equal to 60 and the number of boys, which is equal to 40. Afterwards, number of girls, number of boys 60 and 40. Average weight of girls is 15 kg. Average weight of boys alone is 30 kg. In this, we can say that find the average weight of the group, overall weight of the group. That is average, which is unknown here. But at final, here in this box, usually what you will be getting? You will be getting the quantity. Quantity means what? Number of girls and number of boys. Directly you can choose it and write down over here 60 and 40. In the middle, we don't know the exact value of the overall average weight. So let's take it as x. Now how to find x over here? Always here you will be subtracting these two values and here you will be subtracting these two values. Finally, you will be getting this, right? According to that, we can write in terms of fraction. So, simply one value which will be always lesser than the mean. One value will be higher than the mean. So, in such a way you want to take in order to ignore the negative value. So, I am taking here 30 minus x by x minus 15. Don't take it as 15 minus x. Why? Because one value will be smaller than the mean, one value will be higher than the mean. If higher value you want to take at first, lower value you want to take at last. So here definitely x will be greater than 15. So I have taken. So this will be equal to what? So here 30 minus x 60 by x minus 15 40. After solving this, you will be getting the value of x. Let's do that. So here 6 and 4 cancelled. 3 times 2, 2 times 2. So here 30 minus x by x minus 15, which is going to be 3 by 2. Now directly you can cross multiply these values to get the answer. 2 into 30, 60 minus 2 into x, 2x, which will be equal to, here multiplying with 3 into x, 3x minus 3 into 15, 45. Now you can equate it to get the x. So here minus 2x will go that side, with 3x it was added, 5x the final result, minus 45 will come this side, 60 plus 45, 105. Now what is the net value of x? X is equal to 21. So answer for this question is average 21 kg. That's all. So under both of the method we got the same answer, but alligation method will be helpful only in case of complex values or complex problems on averages. The first question in front of you is, the average of marks obtained by 120 candidates was 35. If the average of marks of passed candidates was 39 and that of failed candidates was 15, the number of candidates who passed the examination is. Using the traditional way, first let's solve this problem. The average of marks obtained by 120 candidates. 120 candidates was 35. This is the average. Here number of candidates. So here in order to get the sum of the marks of all 120 candidates, simply you will have to multiply. For that, first I am multiplying 12 with 35. So what is it? 10 into 35, 350 plus 2 into 35, 70. 420 I am getting. So into 120 directly 4200. This is the sum of the marks got by all the 120 candidates included passed and failed together. Afterwards, it is given average of marks of passed candidates was 39 and the number of passed and number of failed are not even given in the question. So what can we do is, out of 120 candidates in the total, you can split this 120 into two broad categories. One is passed, another one is failed. So if you are considering the number of passed candidates is x, then failed will become what? 120 minus x. In such a way you will have to assign. Why? Because those who are not passed definitely will come under failed category. So overall students minus passed is failed. That is 120 minus x is given. The next step, here the average of the passed candidates, which is given 39. In case of failed, the overall average will become 15. Now assign what is this 4200? This 4200 is consisting of the sum of the marks of passed plus sum of the marks of all failed together. What is the sum of the marks of passed? That is number of students x into their average. So x into 39 is 39x. This is the sum of the marks got by the passed candidates. In case of failed, you can directly take average is 15, 15 into, take this term 120 minus x. What is 15 into 12? 10 into 15, 150 plus 180. So 1800 minus 15 into x, 15x. So this is the sum of the marks got by passed and this is the sum of the marks got by the failed, and this 4200 is equal to the sum of these two values together. Sum of these two will consisting of 4200. By equating these two values near 4200, directly you will be getting the value of x. Let's do that. So I am taking now 39x plus 1800 minus 15x will be equal to 4200. 200. What is the value of x? Now I am subtracting 39 minus 15, just going to be 24x, and 4200 minus 1800, which will become 2400. Directly, what is the answer for x? X is 100. Simply, what is x? Number of past candidates which is said to be x. So in the question it is given in the option A, 100 is the correct answer. Okay, let's do the same problem under the alligation technique. So given total number of students are 120 and the average of marks of past candidates was 39. So here under this alligation method I am doing past, failed here. What is the average marks got by past? 39, and by failed was 15. So now let's take it the overall average, which is, we want to find that. So before that, yes, it is given the overall average is 35. This is more than enough information to crack the question in a simple manner. So here take the difference between 39 and 35, which is simply 4. Here 15 and 35, the difference is simply 20. Always ignore the negative value. Even you are getting the difference between the top and middle is, which is lower and higher. Here we can subtract from 35 to 15. That's all. So 20 and 4. Now past is 20 and failed is 4. Finally, you can get the ratio. What is the ratio? 1, here 5. 5 ratio 1 is the ratio between past and the failed. Now we can take past ratio failed is 5 ratio 1. That's all. Up to this it's okay. Afterwards, what is given in the question? The number of candidates who pass the examination. They are asking the actual number. This is not the actual number, right? For every one student failed, there will be 5 pass students. That is the criteria we got here. So now exact number of pass students is required. This can be get from the question itself. Either it may be given in the question number of failed candidates or number of total candidates. Here it is given total candidates is 120. So here first find the corresponding ratio. What is the total of the ratio? 6 units. So 6 units equal to 120. What is the past candidates of 5? So 120 divided by 6, we will be getting 20 times. So 5 into 20 is the final answer, which is 100. 100 is the total number of past candidates. This is under the alligation method. The next problem, the average salary of the entire staff in an office is rupees 120 lakh per month. The average salary of officers is rupees 460 lakhs and that of clerical staff is rupees 110 lakhs. The number of officers is 15. Find the number of clerical staff in the office. The same allegation type can be used to solve these kinds of problems. The average salary of the entire staff in an office. So that is 120 lakh per month. So all staffs, their salary together will become 120 lakh per month. Only the salary of officers, which is 460 lakhs. Then clerical staffs, their salary, which is equal to 110 lakhs. And one more information is given regarding the number of officers, which is 15. Now these three criteria are enough to make the allegation pick. So here first of all, officer's salary, afterwards clerk salary. So officer salary is 460 lakhs, clerk salary is 110. You can simply ignore the lakhs and all. Why? Because all the parameters are given terms of lakhs. So just you can remove it. Here officers and clerks getting this much of salary. So the overall average of these people's salary, overall salary is 120. So directly you can take. Now The process is to get the difference 460 minus 120, which is going to be 340. Afterwards, you can also get the crux and the middle mean value 110 and 120. This is 10. What does it say? The ratio is 1:34. For every one officer, that will be 34 clerks. That's all. So taking the ratio 1:34. Officers are in the 1 ratio, clerks are in 34 parts. That's all. Now the statement says number of officers are 15. Now picking up the values, officers is to clerks. So here one time officer, there will be 34 clerks. So it is directly given number of officers. The corresponding value for number of officers is 15, which is given in the question itself. So into what? 1 into 15 is 15. So finally 34 is to 15 into 15 is the final answer. What is 34 into 15? You can take it 10 times, which is 340, and half of that is 170. Finally, I will be getting 510. Totally 510 clerks are there in the office, which is given in option C. Answer 510. The next question. In a school with 600 students, the average age of boys is 12 years and that of girls is 11 years. If the average age of the total students is 11 years and 9 months, find the number of girls in the school. So here the same problem can also be solved under the alligation method. So let's solve it. Total number of students is 600. The average age of boys and girls. Let's mark it 12 years, and that of girls is 11 years. Both together, the overall average of boys and girls is, their age is 11 years and 9 months. So first of all, you will have to convert the whole into the term of year. So how to convert 9 month? That is 3 by 4. How? 9 month divided by 12. Why we are taking 12? In order to convert month to year, 1 by 12 is to be multiplied. So I have taken 9 into 1 by 12. So here 3 by 4. So 11 3 by 4 years. That is the part. So here 11 3 by 4. After that you can get the difference between these values. Then 12 minus 11 3 by 4. What is the final answer? Here 1 by 4 on this side, and 11 and 11 3 by 4, what is the difference? Which is going to be 3 by 4. Finally, you can take the ratio over here. By 4 will get cancelled. 3 ratio 1 is the answer. That is between boys and girls. The ratio of boys is 3 and ratio of girl is 1. That is 3 ratio 1 is the correct ratio of boys ratio girls. So here finally what is required? Number of girls to be found, but the clue given here is total number of students is 600. So let me take boys ratio girls after the total. What is the number of boys ratio? That is 3. For girls it is 1 part. What is the total? Which is 3 plus 1, 4 parts. It is to be the value of corresponding 600. So total value of 4 is 600. So divide 600 with 4. So into what? 15 times 4 is 600, 150. So everywhere if you take multiplied with 150, you will be getting the answer. Here what is requiring? Girls. We are focusing on girls. 1 into 150, simple 150. Total number of girls is 150. In case if it is given to find the total number of boys, 3 into 150, it is going to be 450. Now the answer 150, which is given in option B. Hope now you got the idea of applying the alligation method while applying complex average problems. Now it's your turn to answer. Sum of rupees 118 was shared among 50 boys and girls. Each girl received rupees 2 rupees 60 paise and boy receives rupees 1 rupee 80 paise. Find the number of girls. Your options are A 15, B 25, C 30 and D 35. Here the word 50 boys and girls says overall number of boys and girls together. Subscribe our channel for more upcoming sessions.